So now I'm going to read from this book. It's from the American Jewish Archives. Sephardim in the Americas. Martin A. Cohen. Cohen. Remember, John Calvin was a Cohen. It became Calvin, eventually Calvin. But it was a Cohen. Guest editor, it says. All right, this is the volume, the year, number 1. So continuing, it says here, Martinique, all right, another of the islands in the Caribbean. It says a few have received as refugees found their way to Martinique, where they were joined by Portuguese Jews from southwestern France. There was, see how they were just meeting up, like I said. They didn't just come from Brazil. They weren't just refugees from Brazil, all right? So again, these refugees, they were probably being called Dutch, and then these people were being called Portuguese. So then you forget that these are all Sephardic Moors. These are, again, tags, right? Letting you know they're meeting up. Encouraged by Colbert King Louis the 14th minister, the community grew. By 1676, was able to build a synagogue in the capital town of St. Pierre. That same year, Benjamin da Costa, the da Costa family, we know they were being labeled mulattoes in the States. A lot of them came through Ireland. They were like the Irish mulattoes. The Costas were actually Portuguese Jews. All right, they labeled mulattoes, people of color. Andrade, so Benjamin da Costa Andrade went to Amsterdam to acquire both a bride and a Torah scroll, which he brought back to the island. A 1680 census lists 80 Jews. A subsequent one 3 years later lists 96. But in 1685, the Jesuits who controlled trade in the French colonies took advantage of Colbert's loss of power to persuade the king to introduce the Code Noir, or the Black Codes. That's deep right there. Wow, I didn't expect this one. So the Code Noir was not because of Africans or any people they were calling so-called black. It was mainly because who was there? Who was there before the Jesuits? Who wanted to get... They did that because of the Jews that were there. All right? They did it because of the Sephardic, Moorish people of color that were numerous in this island of Martinique. So the Jesuits, again, persuaded the king to introduce the Code of Noir, the Black Code, banishing all Jews from French colonies, the Black Code. These same Black Codes was the same ones they went and brought up to North America, same Black Codes. These were for the Jews, so-called Jews, people of color, Black Codes, to get rid of them, banish them from the French colony, the Black Code. That's a major one right there. Man, the majority of them left for Curaçao. Any surviving traces of this short-lived community disappeared when St. Pierre was wiped out in the eruption of Mount Pelée in 1902. The history was erased. What happened? Who was the Black Codes for? All right, and now we got Haiti. In 1697, Spain ceded the western third of the island Columbus had named Hispaniola to the French. They restored its Indian name, Ayatí. Under Spanish rule, Marranos were to be found on the northern coast at Isabela. There was Marranos there. Despite France's Black Code, despite the Black Code prohibiting Jewish settlement, there are indications of Jews doing business with almost every port on the island during the 17th and 18th centuries. Again, this Black Codes that France put on not only in Martinique, but also in Haiti and all their territories, it was basically targeted to the Sephardic Jews and Moors. These Black Codes. All right. The Gardis and Mendes families of Bordeaux maintained trade depots after the 1750s. A tax list dated January 16, 1765 shows 29 Jewish heads of families in Cap Haitian plus 8 others as either plantation owners or widely scattered areas. Cap Haitian undoubtedly had a congregation and cemetery, but the Black Uprising of 1790 slaughtered or scattered Haiti's white population. All right, so again, they want us to think in this journal, American Jewish Archives, that all the Jews they've been talking about, these Marranos and all this stuff, like we don't know what Marranos mean, are white people. All right, so it's not a black and white world like they want us to picture it, or war in this time. This uprising. The majority of the surviving Jews migrated to other islands or to the North American mainland.
海賊は肉で宴をやるけど
British 50,000